Hello everyone, welcome to the 3D market commentary for today. Today is Friday, June the 3rd. The disclaimers are at the top there on the top left-hand side, so please read them, even if you need to pause the videos to do so. Now, before we crack on with the 3D market commentary, which is where we'll go through major markets, looking at three major statistical analysis for them, I just want to highlight to you where you can go for help and support. So you've got my email address here, Becky@tradewithufos.com, so you can email me. There's also the link that you see there on the screen, tradewithufos.com/Becky. So that, if you click on that, or if you go there, will take you to this page. So this page, tradewithufos.com/Becky, has loads of help and resources on it, lots of support. You can book one-on-one coaching if you'd like to. You can get apps and courses and coaching and track our live trades as well from the top. If you scroll down, this will soon be filled in and you can track the live trades that we place in our sessions. If you scroll down, this is where you can have a deeper look at the apps for monthly and yearly subscriptions. You can check out our platform, top predictive options planner. And if you come to the bottom, there's also a question and answer section as well. So lots of help and support, some of which is free, which you can go to this link and get it all from there, tradewithufos.com/Becky. So let's now go into the 3D market commentary. So we send out an email every day, Monday to Friday. Looks like this on the left-hand side. And what we're doing here is we are showing three major statistical elements for a variety of major world markets. So the three elements that we look at, first of all, is market climate. So this is where we are looking at the likely movement. Is that market likely to move up or down or nowhere? We use an app called Auto Climate, which is this one here, which allows us to figure that out with these different colored dots. I'll show you as we go what each of them mean. Then after that, we look at buy and sell UFOs. So this is where we are looking at, let's just highlight the whole thing. There we go. This is where we are looking at where we have unfilled orders. In this sense, UFO stands for unfilled orders and means where do we have buyers that could push price up, which is here? Where do we have sellers that could push price down, which are here? Again, we're using an app to show us where those buyers and sellers are. Then we look at market volatility, which is the likely upcoming movement that we expect from the markets, how quickly we expect them to move. So three different elements, and we'll look at that per market. So for those of you that don't already have our newsflash and you don't get this email that comes through to your inbox every day, it's a free email. It's part of our free membership. Just go to tradewithufos.com/newsflash and you can sign up there and you'll get this through to you. So we are starting with the S&P 500, which is the top 500 US stocks. Now we're looking at a daily chart for each of our markets. Of course, different things happen on different time frames, but what we look at here is relevant to a daily chart. So bear that in mind. So with the S&P 500, which is what we have open here, we have a thick blue dot on our auto climate. That's telling us that we have probability to the upside. That's what a thick blue dot means, probability upwards. Now we have buyers here between 3997.75 to 3872. We have sellers here between 4509 to 4432.75. It's unlikely that we're going to hit either buyers or sellers today. So the probability to the upside is coming here from the climate. So that's the S&P 500. Now with volatility, we would expect movement up or down in 1 year of 25.25%. So in a day, that is 66.18 points. In a week, 145.69 points. And in a month, 303.28 points. That's the S&P 500. So let me just check on the chat if anyone has any questions. What does this do? If you are referring to, so I'm just reading the chat there, what does this do? If you're referring to the apps, then this app shows us where buyers and sellers are, which allows us to figure out where we might buy or sell from. This app allows us to figure out where the price is going up or down. This newsflash, if you're referring to it more broadly, is showing us what the statistical elements are on daily charts of major world markets to give you an idea as traders what the probabilities are, where the statistics lie. Of course, everything we do in any trading application whatsoever is never going to be guaranteed. Nothing in life is guaranteed, especially not what's going to happen in the markets. So we look at probabilities, we look at statistics, but we will always manage our risk just in case we are wrong or something unexpected happens. And you might layer different things or extra things on top in order to improve your probabilities as well. Okay, so coming back now to the next market, which is crude oil. So let's load this. And again, just check that we are loading there. I think it looks like we are. Yeah, it does. Brilliant. Okay. So with crude oil, we have a thick blue dot probability to the upside. We have buyers here between 111.96 to 103.24. Price came into these buyers before yesterday, hit these buyers and was pushed up. That's what we expect buyers to do, is push price up. That's why we want to know where they are. Now, in terms of volatility with oil, we would expect in 1 year movement up or down of 47.8%. So in a day, that's 3.49 points. In a week, 7.67 points. And in a month, 15.98 points. So that's oil. That's the expectation that we have there. Overall probability up for the time being. Now, before we move on, just to highlight up here about our different courses that we offer, you can check that out at tradewithufos.com/courses. And from there, you'll see that we do courses in futures, stocks, forex, backtesting, trading plans, and psychology. So if you need help on any of those things, you can check that out. Now, most of our courses come with a 3-month complimentary access to the apps. AutoClimate is a free app on most platforms. You can use it on anyway. Auto UFOs that show us where the buyers and sellers are, that's a paid for monthly subscription, and it depends what platform you use as to how much it costs. Now, you can subscribe directly to the apps. You don't have to do a course in order to get them. If you go to tradewithufos.com/apps, you can get them from there. Most of the time, though, it is cheaper to do a course and get the 3-month complimentary access than it would be to just use the apps for 3 months. So check out what works best for you. Okay, so coming back now to our markets, and we're going to look at gold. So let's just squish this so we see what we need to see. There we are. So with gold, we have a thick blue dot again, probability to the upside. We have buyers beneath us here. They are between 1,867.9 to 1,834.8. We have sellers reasonably far away between 2003 to 1,962.7. Overall, again, with gold, probability to the upside for the time being. With volatility, we'd expect movement up or down in 1 year of 17.13%. So in a day, 20.17 points. In a week, 44.4 points. And in a month, 92.42 points. That is gold. Now, the next market. I missed this here. So it's about coaching. So just to highlight the coaching that we offer, you can go to tradewithufos.com/coaching. So you can check out our all asset coaching where we have live trading videos and extra resources. We do also have loads of things that you can follow us on for free. If you go to our link tree, which is now up there on the screen, you can follow us on loads of social media accounts where we post loads of videos for free and we offer support, and you've got question and answer sections on our website and all those kind of things. So lots of places for coaching and support. So check out what works best for you. So the next market is the US dollar. Let's load this. There we go. So with the US dollar, we have a thick red dot probability downwards. Now we have sellers here between 103.295 to 102.805. And we have buyers down here at 100.675 to 99.81. Overall, unlikely that we'll hit either buyers or sellers today. So probability now is to the downside coming from the climate. So in terms of volatility, we'd expect movement up or down in 1 year of 8.6%. In a day, that's 0.55 points. In a week, 1.21 points. And in a month, 2.53 points. That's the US dollar. Now, let's now move on to backed Bitcoin. So this is our last market. So let's take a look. So we have a thin dot on backed Bitcoin. That tells us, doesn't matter the color, because it's a thin dot, that tells us not enough probability in either direction. So we do nothing. No point trading in either direction if we don't have probabilities there. Now we do have sellers closer by. They're up here between 32,250 to 31,307.5. We also have buyers here between 23,737.5 to 22,910. So quite a way to go before we hit the buyers. So more likely that these sellers will impact us sooner. But for the time being, we don't have enough probability in either direction. So we leave it to confirm itself, and then we go from there. With volatility on Bitcoin, we'd expect in 1 year movement of 72.02 points. In a day, that's up or down of more or less 1,401 points. In a week is 3,086 points. And in a month, 6,424 points, more or less up or down. So those are each of our major markets, and for each of them we've looked at 3 main elements, hence 3D market commentary. We've looked at market climate, using auto climate to figure out where we have probabilities, up, down, or nowhere. We've looked at buy and sell UFOs, finding where we have buyers that could push price up, or where we have sellers that could push price down. Then we've looked at market volatility. How far do we expect these markets to move within different periods of time? So the last thing to look at is our weekly economic calendar, which is here. We get it from fxstreet.com, this link here. And what we do is we filter by high impact news. That's what we see here, high impact news. So today being Friday, June the 3rd, we've already had some news that came out that could have affected the euro or European markets. We had news as the US markets opened on non-farm payrolls. That often does produce some sort of movement in the markets, some sort of volatility. And at 10 a.m., again, we have some news coming out that could affect US markets or the US dollar as well. So bear that in mind. Any questions, you can email me. But of course, if you go to tradewithufos.com/Becky, you can get lots of help and support from here. You can book one-on-one coaching if you'd like to. You can check out our group coaching, different courses, apps, some of which are free. You can track our live trading schedule, follow my trades that I place and fill in. And you can check out more of our apps and our platforms. How does that work? If you scroll to the bottom, there's a question and answer section, which you can use to maybe find the question you have, somebody else has already asked, and the answer is there, or post a new one, and we respond very quickly so that you get the answer to your question. So that brings me to the end of our session. So I will leave you. Today being a Friday, I wish you a great end to your trading week and a great weekend ahead, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.